Your body's like, hey, let me sleep. Your mind's like, demons, right?
Let me smash.
Let's see these demons.
Infested.
I still can't believe my fucking game just crashed on me.
I had kind of it was scary as shit when I was a kid. And now it's kind of like, whatever. I was at my grandma's house. I loved being at my nana's house when I was a kid.
I mean, who doesn't?
I love my nana. Well, I chalk it up to the fact that she was the first person to hold me when I was born.
Yeah.
So I think I was just automatically like, Nana, you know.
Yeah, more inclined.
Yeah. And she had a bunch of stuffed animals in her guest room where I slept. And one of them was I think it was Bert, or maybe it was her. It was one of the two, and he was like dressed up in his PJs and shit, and he had the little sleep mask, and he would talk.
Yeah.
And because I was chilling there, I was watching some TV or playing a fucking PlayStation 1 or something. I don't know what I was doing, but it just it would just sometimes just speak.
Yeah.
Granted, it would only say it's fucking pre-recorded messages, but I was just laying there, and all I hear fucking Ernie just go, "I feel great." And I'm like, "Nope, I'm sleeping on the couch." That's about the only thing.
Actually, though, Dante had a fucking toy like that at one time whenever he was like a wee baby. And that shit. Yeah, but see, it was legitimately creepy as fuck. Like, I would put brand fucking new batteries into it, and that bitch would start acting like it was dying. You know, and it's at that point that you're like, all right, something might be a little fucked up. I don't know why. I don't know what's causing it, but this may be a little bit fucked up, and I don't like it. Not one bit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
You know what's fucking scared? This is kind of weird about a couple story. I was gonna go off on another. Well, actually, I guess I can tell it too. One thing that scared me when I was a kid was in Spider-Man. I think it was Spider-Man 2, when the Green Goblin threw that little bomb, and it turned all the people who were on that fucking balcony into skeletons.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me.
Well, I mean.
And then another thing. Yeah. I was like, oh. And then another thing that scared the shit out of me was, my dad, he used to be in the room that I'm in now.
Yeah.
And this was my mom and dad's room before they turned our attic into a living space for themselves. This was back when we were kids and there were 3 of us in only one room. But I don't know how he acquired them, but he had some like mounted deer heads. Yeah. I was horrified of them. I did not like them at all. They were fucking scary to me. I don't know why.
Hi, man. Those things can be creepy as fuck to anybody. Like, that's one of the reasons why I don't like. I hunt, but I don't trophy hunt whenever I do, and it's rare that I go hunting anymore. Period. But yeah, no, I can't stand that shit. Like looking into glassy eyes that just devoid of any life. That shit's creepy.
Yeah. Another thing that I don't know. This may be, I don't know. This may or may not be a sign or something. But one day we were coming back from I think it was either my grandfather's funeral or something before his funeral. We were coming back from it and it was super late. You know, I was playing on my PSP, and our mom hit a car, or not a car, hit a deer, and she chalked it up to our grandfather like saving us, because she said, or not she, but like the police officer or whoever showed up on the scene had said that if our mom had seen the deer and swerved to avoid it, we would have fucking went off the road and creamed a telephone pole.
Oh.
So we'd have been fucking dead, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
They chalk it up to our grandfather saving us.
Damn.
In some way, shape, or form. And that may or may not happen, but it did. Thanks, Grandpa.
Yeah, no shit.
And that night I was fucked up. I was very scared. I didn't want to sleep alone. I slept on the floor in my brother's room. Because I started thinking of what if the deer's head had come through the fucking windshield and impaled my mother, and I was really scared and all that, and I was just worried about it.
Well, I mean, you were...
And after that night, I was fine.
Yeah, you were a wee kid, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how old I was then. I had to have been young.
Why am I doing this to myself? Making this shit harder on myself now. I need to quit it.
I saw a video that kind of debunked Ouija boards. It's kind of interesting.
Well, Ouija boards... Alright, so in Native American culture there's this belief that, and actually in a lot of like spiritualistic cultures and stuff like that, this belief still stands, where something doesn't have power in it unless you assign power to it. And meaning like for instance, like a Ouija board or something like that. That has zero power whatsoever. Like it's a game. It's what it is. But see, the difference is once you start believing that it has power, then it starts to get it. It's like wish fulfillment, if you will. That's kind of a good way to think of it.
Yeah.
And like I don't know. A lot of it, I'm not, like I said, I'm not ever going to tell somebody that they're crazy or whatever because of something that, you know, they may or may not, you know, have claimed to see or something like that. That's not my place. I don't know what you've seen. I don't know what, you know, what you've experienced and so on and so forth. Hey, hell, even if you tell me, like, in raw detail and everything else, I still don't know. I'm not the person that went through it. So you know, it comes down to like those Ouija boards and stuff, and there are some things where it's like, all right, this is blatantly trying to fuck with people to be like, I'm trying to sell something. Like, for instance, the things about like the Zozo demon and whatnot. That shit, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Yeah, Zozo demon is supposedly like this demon that this guy is like, he swears up and down by it, where it's like, oh well, you know, it's this old ancient demon, blah, 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 from like Mesopotamia and Babylon and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, bitch, you don't know anything about Babylonian demons and stuff. I mean, that's not... Nobody knows anything about that. We can't fucking understand their writing. So how can you sit there and say that there are stories about this in Babylon? No, we don't understand what they wrote. And this guy's like, you know, he swears up and down that there is this demon that's attached to Ouija boards that comes out, and it's called the Zozo demon. And what it does, it just goes back and forth between the letter Z and the letter O whenever you ask it who it is. And once that happens, it basically starts like manifesting and being like, in general, terrible to, you know, you and makes your life fucking hell, etc., etc., blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And there's something about this guy that I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to call him like a liar or anything else, because again, I don't know his experiences, so on and so forth. But at the same time, it's like there's something about this that seems a little like a, hey, this is a money grab, you know? And that legitimately bothers me. It's like, I feel the same way about quote unquote psychics. Fucking psychics piss me off, because I'm not saying that it's not possible, but what I am going to say is if you had that ability, that's not something that you'd be like, oh, hey, I'm going to use this. Yeah, exactly, you know?
But why wouldn't you?
Do you know how fucking terrifying it would be to, like, actually see the future of the people around you? Like, for real?
After seeing a certain movie, I know that this is weird, but like I can picture my death from like everything.
Was it The Butterfly Effect? Or...
No.
What movie was it? Final Destination?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but...
just no, like, people... I know it's weird, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, after seeing that, like, I could just be like at work, and I could just, you know, be like twirling a pencil, and then all of a sudden, I could imagine myself like...
But see, that's a mental state. These are people who claim that they can at any time read your fucking mind or speak to your ancestors or whatever. And, oh yeah, everything's going to be fine, everything's going to be okay, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine, you know, if they're actually, like, helping people out and giving them hope in some regard, then that's fine. But where it causes an issue with me are the people who are like, oh yeah, no, we'll totally find your missing family member, you know, and they'll quote unquote help out the police to do it. And I'm not saying like all psychics are fake. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying though is most of them probably are pretty fake. And like visualizing how you can die or something else, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing like innately psychic about it though either. It's like your brain is essentially saying, oh look, there's that object over there, I could feasibly die on this way. It's where there's a perceived threat and a perceived fear that you're going to look at it and be like, okay, I could see this possibly murdering the shit out of me in one way or another, you know? And then the imagination takes hold and it's like, hey, this is how it's going to happen. Ooh. You know? And again, that's not to discount anything at all.
Yeah.
You know, it's just Final Destination is kind of a fanciful movie in terms of, you know, hey, these are ways people could die, and that's basically is what it was. It was, you know, for lack of a better term, gore porn. Where, oh hey, a bunch of people are going to die this way. Look at the crazy things that happen to them. Yeah. You know, and that's cool because that's like entertainment for some folks. And I'm not going to say the movie was bad, cough cough, it was horrible, but still, that's just my opinion. I'm not knocking on you if you like it, by the way.
No, I don't give a shit. I don't care about this movie.
I mean, like, see money, because, you know, if it had enough of an impact on you that, you know, you could feasibly picture shit. Because, like for instance, there was a point in time whenever I was a wee baboo, that my dad decided he would be, you know, the worst kind of asshole in the world, and show his, you know, 5-year-old son and his 8-year-old daughter the movie It, the original movie It with Tim Curry, which was legitimately creepy as fuck, by the way. And for about a day or two, you know, and the only reason why I say a day or two is because my dad took measures to kind of correct it pretty quickly. I was like terrified of clowns because, you know, that's the big bad guy and that. And you know, that movie was fucked up and it was terrifying. Especially to a 5-year-old kid, you know? But then, ironically enough, my dad goes off and shows me another movie like the next day because he knows how fucking spooked I am by it. And he sat down with me and my sister and watched this movie with us. God bless him, because he's a saint for it, by the way. was Killer Clowns from Space. He was like, all right, son, if a clown ever tries to hurt you, this is what you do. And he showed me the video. And of course, I'm 5, so I believe it. But the way they beat the clowns in that is by punching them in the nose, by the way. You punch them in the nose and suddenly they're just like your fucking bitch and they, you know, blow up and die. Literally blow up and die. But, you know, the thing about that is, though, is movies have a unique influence on people because you're looking at images at that point. It's not just reading words and kind of vaguely picturing it in your mind. You see exactly what they want you to see. And in some cases, that tends to, like, trigger specific memories or specific thought processes in our brains that are like, hey, you could die. Yeah, it would really suck, but here's how it could happen. Because everybody knows our brains are stupid.
Like when you're standing on a balcony or something, you're like,
Yeah, you get a weird case of, like, yeah, you get like a weird case of vertigo all of a sudden, and suddenly you're like, oh shit, I almost fell and died.
like, I could jump off this. I'd probably die. Maybe I should jump off this. No, I'd die. I've had that before.
What?
I've been on a balcony on the top floor or somewhere. I'm like, I could jump off and die right now.
You know, I used to have these weird dreams as a kid. Maybe you guys might actually sympathize with this or not. I don't know. I used to have these really weird dreams whenever I was growing up in Florida. And I don't know if it was because we always got storms there or whatever, but the particular area that we lived in Tampa was like windy all the fucking time. Okay? And there were a couple of times whenever I was a kid where I would dream like I was running around out in the front yard and somehow or another, because of the wind and everything else like that, that I could like poof out my shirt in such a way that I could actually take flight. And it was fucking awesome. I mean, the dreams were great, but I mean, they were kind of spooky at the same time because it was like, oh my god, you know? But they were neat. I don't know. Oh god.
Any of y'all seen the movie Sky High?
Mm-hmm.
I might have. Would remind me?
It's a superhero high school.
No.
It's pretty much. Oh well, a bunch of kids all have superhero powers, and they all live in a high school together. I thought, how fucking cool would that be? Fucking everybody just fucking chilling, people flying through the hallways, other people stretching and stepping over people. And all getting around in all these unique ways, doing things in different ways.
That may be interesting.
But all still like, that'd be cool as shit.
For sure, it'd definitely be. I mean, interesting. I don't know.
I don't know. Having superpowers would be fun as shit.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that. Of course, I'd probably abuse the shit out of them. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd probably want either flight or just very strong every muscle.
You know, though, I don't think that I could go with flight.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because think about the country you live in. The minute you're flying, people would be like literally pissed off that you can fly and they can't, and they'd start shooting at you.
Probably.
Fly anywhere near a military base, you got jets on your ass.
Or if I was just every muscle in my body was super strong, I could run. I could run very fast. I could jump very high. That's basically flying. You could fucking, you'd win every single fight. Ever.
You know what I would want, honestly, is fucking Deadpool's ability of regeneration.
Yeah. And teleportation.
I like mind control.
That's kind of cynical.
What? Mind control?
I'd like mind control. We're all talking shit that would not bother other people. C-Money's over there like, I want to make people do what I want them to do.
Yeah, but I mean, there's not necessarily an issue with that either, because if you're, it depends on how you do it, like, and how it's perceived. Like, if it's,
I don't know.
If it's perceived as being hostile, then yeah, that would be a bad thing. But if it's like the power of like suggestion, you know what I mean?
I mean, if you're suggesting something to them, yeah. But like, if somebody's doing something that they're enjoying, but you don't like it, you make them stop. That's kind of you being an asshole. Now, if you do it like, say somebody you love or whatever is smoking, you're like, hey, you should stop doing that. And they're like, nah. And then you fucking mind control them to make them do it. Yeah. That's a little bit different, but still.
See, also though, with mind control, you could do a lot of like really, really good things too.
Like?
Well, like for instance, you could get a hold of like, if you could literally mind control your way into like talking to some of the most like powerful and influential people in the world and being like, you need to donate to these particular charities and help these people out. Or go to world leaders and be like, look, you all need to calm the fuck down and none of you need to be fighting. And there does not need to be war. You could essentially end world or any kind of war with mind control.
Yeah, but it all stems to the same thing, that you're making people do what you want them to do.
Yeah, but I mean,
but how would they know?
Regardless of if it's good or bad, and if it's good, it's good. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But you're still manipulating others.
yeah, but with any superpower, you technically be able to manipulate others. Period. End of story. If somebody came along and was like, no, like, I'm serious. If somebody came along and was like, this motherfucker right here just outran my car and then picked it up with one fucking hand. Like, even the most minute thing that showed off any form of your abilities whatsoever could be used and would be used, even if you didn't mean to manipulate others into your will. If nothing else, what C-Money was saying is literally just, I guess, a more honest version of it, like straight to the point. You know? Like say,
oh, God damn it.
Say if I had like crazy Deadpool regeneration powers, right? And I end up, you know, getting into a horrible car accident or something. But I walk out of there and my fucking head's suddenly reattaching itself to my shoulders, or to, you know, to my own shoulders. Those fucking paramedic types are going to be looking at me like, what the fuck? You know, and then at that point, it puts me into a point of, you know, it would put me into a point of like awe amongst the other people, so that they would essentially do whatever they could to appease that person.
Yeah.
Even if that wasn't something that I wanted, or like you, for instance, with the idea of having like extremely powerful like muscles all the way around and so on and so forth. You've got that's fine and all, but like the minute you accidentally like sneeze too hard and fucking like, you know, pull a Hulk by accident and fucking snap a desk in half because you sneezed violently, then at that point it's like people look at that and they're like, oh shit, you know. So there would be that manipulation no matter what.
Yeah.
At least with C-Money's idea, it's like just straightforward. I'd just control that fucker's mind. You know?
Well, because, I mean, you could think about it, like, you could use that power for good. You could have someone that is a negative and turn them into a positive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Nah, they a bitch.
it's not like that power is always used for negative. There's a positive out of every power.
You know, except for head exploding powers.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm sure you could explode some people. Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a fucking moron.
You know what they probably, if his head just suddenly exploded, like JFK's did, they'd be like, Kim
America.
Jong-un made his own head
Nobody shot
explode.
JFK. What was that? Just did that.
I'm sorry. That fucking
It's the
pissed me
best
off.
fucking theory I've ever seen.
Oh, I just sneezed really, really hard.
Really fucking hard, yeah.
Oh my god, I love that theory. What if
I'm gonna bring up.
What if nobody shot him? His head just did that.
Yo, I'm gonna bring that up. Like next time I'm hanging out with my friends, they're gonna be like, I'm gonna bring up like, yo, but JFK though, and they'll be like, yeah, they'll get into all their conspiracies, and then I'll talk about. I mean, I think his head just did that. Just fucking end the conversation with that. Like, what the fuck, Brad?
It's so good though.
It is. Whoever thought that up is fucking. It's fucked up, but also a genius. 'Cause that is funny as hell.
Actually, speaking about JFK, you know that they're actually now releasing like the full documentation.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
They released fucking, who is it, Saddam Hussein's or Bin Laden's fucking computer files, and he has a ton of fucking weeaboo shit in there, like Final Fantasy. He's got an emulated version of like Mario.
Yeah.
Fuckloads of Fuda porn.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got
Oh.
loads of Fuda porn in there. So many fucking things. It's ironic because he likes westerns. He hated the fucking Western civilization. Like, all of his shit in his computer is all Western civilization shit.
Yep.
Except for Final Fantasy.
That's still technically considered, at least in the Middle East, it's still considered like Western civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I was thinking of it from our standard.
Well, no, I mean, they're still to the east of the Middle East, but the reason why they consider that is because they're capitalistic. And they also don't follow Muslim law. His thing was that he was super against like Muslim countries and whatnot. Or not non-Muslim countries, rather. Is what I meant. And if you didn't follow Sharia law, then you were evil.
That's disgusting. Fuda porn.
No, what's even worse is like some of the iFunny community recognizes the names of some of it. But
Shit, I recognize the names of some of that shit. Dane sent me one, it's fucking Bible Black is on the top there. That's a fucking, what do they call it? Hentai movie. And yes,
I'm talking
I know
about
it.
the Fuda porn shit.
Oh yeah, the Fuda porn, yeah, the individual like Fuda porn stuff.
Yeah, like they'll, it has the fucking names of some of it instead of just like the line of code for the downloaded image. And there's been people in iFunny that point out that like some of that shit's like a really good comic, or like they know the artist, like exactly who the artist is and shit like that. And I'm like, y'all need to calm down.
Yeah. I don't know how I'd feel about that if some super bad dude,
Well, I mean,
his fucking files or whatever got released, and it turns out he was J.O. into the same porn I was.
what's
I think
it matter
ruin
though?
it for me. I don't know.
I mean,
He's
honestly
just
speaking,
but you know he's straight imagining a fucking chick is that goat.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel it would just ruin it, and I'd always end up thinking about him when I'm trying to do that, or looking at the comic or whatever.
So wait, would you
Be like,
say that?
this
Say that you're like gonna beat your cock to Saddam Hussein.
no,
And that was Bin Laden.
saying-
I couldn't remember who it was.
Yeah, it was the
And it was
eviler
one
of
of
the
the
two
dumb Brembo
fucktards.
fucks.
Yeah.
Wasn't Saddam Hussein the one that got like fucking beaten and dragged through the streets?
No,
Like the
That
video
was-
got put up on YouTube.
that was Muammar Gaddafi.
then you straight see like a fucking machete or something get shoved up his ass. Or like stabbed in the butt. Maybe not up his ass, but he gets stabbed in the butt.
I don't know, but he was good pals with Vladimir. And old Vladdy boy thinks that that's our fault that he got drug out through the streets, but it wasn't. It wasn't like his own people dragging him through the streets and killing him because he, you know, kept them oppressed for so fucking long. Oh, Vladdy boy. Buh.
So you know that guy that shot up the church?
Well, I don't know him, but
I don't
yeah.
know him.
Apparently there's, I don't know if it's true or not, but somebody reported that he was specifically aiming for the crying babies and children and shit like that. And somebody else commented and said, typical, raise somebody to eat children as an atheist, then they aim for them.
What? Eat children as an atheist?
Yeah, because the whole fucking thing about Satanists and shit is they eat babies.
I don't know. It's a whole fucked up situation. Way to kill a mood, Carl!
I'm just trying to think of, like, stuff to talk about now. I mean, fuck, we've had a hell of a damn conversation tonight.
Yeah. I think it's because we aren't playing anything together. We're just shooting shit.
Yeah, maybe. Side note, fuck the Wendigo.
The what?
Wendigo.
Wendigo.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Native American.
Think of it as like, yeah, Native American.
What? Wait. The Wendigo? Oh, I've heard that.
It's from Until Dawn.
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, it's the bad guy from Until Dawn, but it's an old Native American belief. Like, seriously, they still believe it. Like, a lot of tribes do.
I mean, there's no reason not to. People still believe in fucking Nessie and shit.
I mean, essentially, it's a fucking cannibal in the woods who's just so fucking disfigured and fucked up. Yeah, I mean. Side note, the way you kill a Wendigo, I don't know if Dying Light actually tells you anything about that. The way you kill a Wendigo is by setting it on fire.
I think they mentioned something about that.
You cut off its head and set it on fire. Because when Native Americans are trying to get rid of something, they don't fuck around. Oh yeah? Fuck you and your goddamn head, sir.
You know, I don't think they fucked around with vampires either. Oh, you dead? We digging your ass up?
No, actually.
In your chest.
Oh my god. Did you ever... I don't know if you guys have ever heard about that, but even like to this day, the most recent case of it that they have actually reported was like in the 90s, I think. But there were towns in Romania. What?
Oh, that's Romania. Okay, I was about to say not in America.
No. There were towns in Romania that families would dig up their like family members that had died. And these like little tiny fucking regional villages and shit. And they cut out their heart and then burn it into like fine ash and then mix it into a wine, the ash, and then drink it. The rest of the family will. And that's if they think that family member was a vampire. That's how they stop it from like continuing.
You know, there's this one really fucked up town somewhere. Well, annually they'll fucking like dig up like their dead family members and dress them up and like fucking walk them around the town.
That actually sounds like a Mexican thing. I hate to say that, but it sounds like a Mexican tradition.
I don't know what it is. Did I say it was some kind of fucking thing?
No, you said it was like some
wasn't
like town.
Boris has an app.
Like a video game?
Yeah, it's called Life of Boris Super Slav.
I'm getting it.
Who in the
Downloading
fuck is
it.
Boris?
YouTuber. Slavic YouTuber.
Actually, he's Estonian.
Whatever the fuck he is.
That's still Slavic people.
Yeah.
He eats mayonnaise. He likes
Bro,
Adidas.
he loves mayonnaise. I'm gonna send him some really fucking American mayonnaise.
Oh god, he probably hate that shit.
He's had it before, but it was from Germany. Alright, it don't need to start the app off with that.
Alright.
The Slav Olympics.
Oh.
Yo, let me cop the Slav Olympics. Mayonnaise gaming.
Hold on, what's it called? Oh, you tapping it. What's the name of it? God, you're going. It's going in so hard.
I'm trying.
What's it called?
Life of Boris. Super Slav.
Oh! Give me that. Give me that.
Oh god! Oh god!
I guarantee you it's not that turret. Hold up.
It starts closing the screen in and then it just like fucking speeds up. So quick. I was doing good and then it's like, no, you're losing now, whether you like it or not. I've got some stupid ass ad for a mech game that looks like it came out on PlayStation 2. This did come out on PlayStation. I remember playing this.
What?
Fucking Mech Warrior Assault Horizon. Bro, fuck
Yes.
out of here.
Yes, that did, as a matter of fact.
I don't want that. No, kid, take me off the damn store. Fuck out of here. I'm trying to play my boy game. I got another goddamn ad. Oh wait, no, I can skip that one. No, I don't want to play this again.
Switch your shit to airplane mode.
4-jar mayonnaise dash.
Oh, here it comes. Oh. Oh. Slav Olympics. We're story mode. Alright. Oh.
48-hour energy.
This is so stupid.
Is
Bro, I'm making him eat mayonnaise. Oh my god, big.
what?
It's all here.
I'm filling the jar, bro.
Wait until it gets so fucking intense, big.
No! Accidentally hit my assistant touch. How far did you go, Carl?
I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. I just know it gets really intense. Oh, Jesus! No!
Oh god! Carl, I'm almost at a minute. I want to get a minute! Please! Please!
Dual jar endurance squat.
I made a minute! Minute and a half?
I don't know how I feel about all the noises I'm hearing right now.
Right.
I'll be
I need
honest.
to get a minute and a half!
Oh,
I'm feeling
the
various.
dual jar. Oh my god, hold on, Big. You need to do the dual jar endurance squat.
Hold on, let me get a minute and a half. Can I get 2 minutes?
By
We get 2 minutes.
25 seconds in, it gets Ella.
Oh god. Let me get a minute. Let me get 2 minutes.
I look forward to, Killjoy. Every day.
Do what now?
This is what we have to look forward to every day.
Oh, I wouldn't go so far as to say every day. They're gonna get bored of it eventually.
Go. No. Alright, 2 minutes, I'm done. God. No. I ain't watching no fucking ad to continue. I got 2 minutes and 1 second to fill in the mayonnaise.
I'm beating that shit.
Wait, dual jar endurance squat? Oh. Oh no. Oh!
It gets Ella.
Ah! Ah! Why has it got so much Smitchki? I like to imagine he's actually dancing on top of the— Oh, Jesus! Oh, God! God, he fell so fast!
That's what I'm saying.
Of course it is. What's 4-jar mayonnaise, Dash? Oh, wait, this is when I get to feed him. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Guitar Hero?
What is story mode?